Hello and welcome to the semifinals of Pro Tour Barcelona. I'm Randy Buehler, I'm here with Worth Walper, and we're looking forward to the battle for German supremacy. Patrick Mello on the left of your screen is going to take on his good friend Kai Budde on the right. What do you think of this matchup, Worth?
Well, hey, it seems looking through the deck list that Patrick's deck is just a little bit better. All the decks at the table were fairly strong. The card pool was fairly strong. Patrick's got a really good curve, and he's got some cards that are particularly good against blue-white, like Duskwalker and
mind if we speak German, right?
excuse me, like Duskwalker. He's got Recover.
Yeah, Mello has a really good black-red deck. He's got spectacular removal, multiple Terminates, Annihilate, just an excellent removal base. And then his creature set is pretty good too. I mean, a lot of times in black-red, you can get away with trashy creatures. But, I mean, he's got, you know, Kavu Aggressors and Caldera Kavus. And
good creatures.
Good creatures, yeah. It's good creatures and good removal, which is often hard to pull off.
Yep.
Yeah, I talked to Patrick during the draft. He first picked a Charging Troll.
Oh, wow.
First picked a Charging Troll, but then Dan Clegg passed him Shivan Emissary, and he said, I'll take the hint. If he's going to pass me Shivan Emissary, I'm fine. I'm black-red all the way.
Yeah, he got paid off.
It means he's going to pass me Terminates and Planeshift, and Clegg did. Yeah. Mello opened one Terminate, got past the other. Budde's first pick, also interesting. You can see now that he's playing a blue-white deck. First pick, he had his choice of Plague Spitter or Benalis Trapper. Did not hesitate. Took the Trapper. A lot of people think Plague Spitter is just the nuts in this format, but Budde almost always drafts black-blue, maybe black-blue-white, and almost never black-red. So Plague Spitter kills all his own creatures.
Yeah. He's
just not a fan of the card. So he took the Trapper, and then knowing that he'd passed the Spitter, he stayed away from black entirely and went blue-white.
Yeah, and Kai has one of the best cards in his deck against the black-red deck is the Samite Pilgrim there.
That guy's good. Kai Budde is undefeated in top 8 matches. 7-0 right now. He's never lost a top 8 match.
He's pretty unbelievable.
He is the juggernaut, the German juggernaut.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like both players have gotten reasonable mana draws.
Hast du den dritten Pick bekommen? Krass, guck mal. Das ist eine Ansage.
I told you.
So Mello's got Smoldering Tar, dealing 1 a turn. Can use that to remove a creature when he wants to. The Samite Pilgrim holding the fort.
Yeah, Kai plays a small Lancer out in an effort to get some beats in. Is that Travis Ruins?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, voice
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I watched Budde draft this deck, and it wasn't going that well until he got into Planeshift. He had, you know, kind of an okay blue-white deck. He went Trapper, Exclude, then he got past Stormscape Apprentice, so he kind of knew that the blue-white was there. And then he also got paid off in Planeshift. He opened one Voice of All, he got past another Voice of All. Spectacular. Yeah, Mello and Budde drafted fairly close to each other. They had Alan Comer in between. It was Mello feeding Comer, who was feeding Budde.
Kai's got a great mana curve going. I was talking about Mello's mana curve. Look at Kai's 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah.
Is the voice red, I would assume, probably?
Yeah, pro red. It's Mello on the left of your screen, Budde on the right. It's the best 3 out of 5 match for the right to advance to the finals and take on the winner of the match between a couple of Californians. Yep. It's going to be a Californian versus a German in the finals.
Yeah.
Pretty bold prediction, I know. It's Dan Clegg, who won his quarterfinal 3-0, taking on Alan Comer, who also won 3-0.
Yeah, and Clegg and Chad Ellis just finished up. All 4 matches went 3-0.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Yeah, the quarterfinals was Dan Clegg taking out Chad Ellis. Alan Comer beat Brad Swan. Boy, Comer's deck is nuts. I think Comer giggles every time he leaps through it. He's got 3 different rare, legendary green fatties. Vertaloth, Molimo, and Namada.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. And Budde took out Law in the 1 quarterfinal, while Mello took out Colamayo.
Yeah, poor Chad Ellis looked like a deer in headlights. That matchup was so one-sided.
Yeah, Ellis was playing had also a pretty good black-red deck, I thought, but Hobble just ruined it.
Yeah, at one point Dan had all 3 Hobbles in play.
That kicker.
Oh, hey. Well, there's Shivan Emissary. Bye-bye Samite Pilgrim.
That's pretty good.
That should help. Voice of All is still not good news.
Yeah, there's that Shivan Emissary we were talking about.
It's interesting that normally you think protection from black is the best color against black-red, but the pro-red voice is pretty good. How many ways does Mello have that are just black to kill it?
Let's take a look.
I know he's got Terminate, Smoldering Tar.
Annihilate kills it.
Annihilate, is that it?
I think so.
Right, because the Emissary's red, obviously.
Yep.
So Annihilate's the only thing that can get that
Take it.
wall of Angel out of the air.
Yep.
Budde 17, Mello 16.
Meanwhile, the Lancer just keeps coming in.
Go.
Patrick's
Budde
just
16,
gonna let Smoldering Tar do
Mello
all the work.
16.
Man, that's a lot of work.
Das ist nicht nett.
It's interesting to have people who've practiced together, play together all the time, playing off in high-stakes matches. It's happened a couple of times in the past, but like I said, these two guys are friends. They're from Cologne. They're teammates, test together constantly, and they've really helped make each other good. It's happened a couple of other times. John Finkel and best friend Stephen O'Mahony Schwartz played off for the Pro Tour LA 4 title. It was 1999. You wouldn't know anything about that Pro Tour,
Yeah.
right?
Finkel bashed me on his way up.
Yeah. Casey McCarroll and Sean Keller played off for the Pro Tour New York 99 finals. They are teammates playing pretty much the same Tinker deck.
Interesting play right here is the Chromatic Sphere comes down with a color change threat here.
Yeah, it's funny. Not only do Mello and Budde test together, but Alan Comer's going to be testing with them for Nationals, too. For Nationals and Worlds this summer.
With the Germans?
With the Germans and Scott Johns and Svi Maschwitz and the English. That's the team.
Yeah, German Nationals is a week before the States.
Yeah, Chromatic Sphere can be sacrificed. I assume that's for green mana. He's going to change the color of Caldera Kavu, so it'll trade with Voice of All. Is that how this works
I
out?
highly doubt it's going to trade. I bet there's a pollen remedy coming up here.
2 ability.
Mello would like to trade it for Voice of All.
I bet he would.
His worst case scenario, though, is he just sinks a couple mana into it, gets the 3/3, so it survives.
Right.
Sounds like these guys are just going to trade tricks here. Oh, there's Repulse.
That'll do it too. Repulse is awfully good. I was talking to Chris Benefil yesterday about Repulse, and he says he takes that over Agonizing Demise.
Really?
Yeah.
So he thinks it's the best
We
combo
don't
in the
have any
set?
damage.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. So. Yeah, sure.
It's not as like.
Okay.
And back to the hand it goes.
Yeah, Agonizing Demise is kind of the consensus best common, but I've seen people take other blue cards over too. I watched Tomi Hovey take Probe over Agonizing Demise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't even think Demise is the best card that wants black mana.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned Tommy Hovey. Some of the old names are just coming out of the woodwork recently. I walked by a table earlier this weekend and saw Matt Place and Sean Hammer Regnier and Ola Rade sitting there.
Budde
I
16,
felt like I was back in
Mello
1996.
12. Red.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's the other voice.
Red.
That's also protection from red.
Jetzt weg das zweite, echt, yeah. Budde 15.
Pat Mello has been on stage before. This is his second top 8. He made the top 8, made top 4 at the Team Pro Tour earlier this year, actually, with teammates Stefan Valkaiser, Christian Lurs. He was also on the German national team that finished second to the U.S. at the 99 Worlds.
And he's been around a long time.
Yeah. He that was the Worlds Budde won too. That was kind of the coming out party for the Germans in a lot of ways. They had been doing well, but then Budde wins Worlds, wins Player of the Year. They did not beat the Americans in the finals. The team finished second.
Speaking of Player of the Year, Kai is.
Oh yeah.
If he wins this Pro Tour, he's going to be. What did we figure it out? 82 to 66.
Hey, there's the Annihilate.
Gets rid of one of them. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and now the guys can come across too.
That other one's there to stay, however.
It's true. It's permanent.
Okay.
Nothing left in Mello's deck to get the other voice off the table.
I can't
Like
play
he's
anymore.
smiling.
Gets to come across for what, 3 points of
Okay.
damage? He doesn't win this race though, does he?
You can always use a Smoldering Tar to take out that Lancer.
True. Yeah, he may be able to force Budde to play defense at least.
That Tar's done good work so far.
Did I cut? Few cut?
12 to 15 right now. Budde's in the lead.
Life totals are 15,
12.
12.
We can come across for 4 here, take Budde down to 11, and take out the Lancer. Scorching Lava would be nice here if he had that in his hand. Use that to take out the Lancer.
Let the tar keep damaging him.
Yep.
Nie geht die meine Voice, ey. Wo kommt's noch?
Yeah, Mello's studying his options.
Here they come.
Yep, decides to play offense.
3 or 4?
Right.
Mello 12, Budde 12.
Turn.
Tie ball game. Leave the mana untapped. Does not use the tar. You put him on Scorching Lava?
I don't know. We'll see. It's odd because if he had Scorching Lava, you'd think he'd use it while the white was tapped.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Really excellent. Take it.
Mello 8, Budde
He
12.
wants to race. What the heck is going on? Uh-oh.
Sabertooth Nishiba?
Oh my.
Protection red.
There's Sabertooth Nishioba. There was some really interesting stuff going on in green-white during the draft. So Mello first picked a charging troll, right? But then he got out of green-white. So the green-white on that side of the table just kept flowing through. Comer was in green because Mello passed him Vertaloth. But then he wanted green-red. He doesn't particularly... He doesn't think he's good at playing green-white anyway. And he knew he'd already passed a couple Llanowar Knights. So then the green Tapper comes by, and Sabertooth Nishioba comes by, and he just passes that along. So Budde... Budde got Sabertooth Nishioba 8th. 8th pick. Everybody at the table had a shot at it.
Yeah, I saw that thing I was watching on the other side. I watched it just keep going by.
It just kept going.
Elf 8.
Yeah, Budde
Mello
finally put a
8,
stop to it.
Budde 11.
Yeah, he was just a blue-white at that point. He figured, I'm going to pick this up. I mean, there wasn't anything left in the pack at that point. He may as well just de-draft it for the sideboard. But then he wound up with just a touch of green. He also got a late Kavu Chameleon later on because the green was drifting.
Those two creatures are both permanent on Budde's side.
Yeah, protection from
Budde's
red.
side.
There's nothing left Mello can do.
Mello 8. Mello, that's me. I'm there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. That's a guaranteed 7 next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, Budde decided to splash green for the Nishoba. Looks pretty good right here. Comer kept trying to take all the fatties. It's not like, I mean, Comer declined the Nishoba in his green deck, but he's got plenty.
Yeah. No shortage.
Three rare fat creatures is enough for anybody. Yeah, Budde looks pretty good right here. Do you think this matchup is advantage to him? I know you seem to like Mello's deck.
I like Mello's deck a little bit better. I don't know. I mean, it seems like Budde has drawn 2 Voice of Walls this game.
But he's got 2 Voice of Walls and a Nishoba. I mean, that's 3 pro-red creatures. There's only 1 answer for pro-red in all of Mello's deck.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if Budde has another creature here, if he chooses to play defense with the Nishoba or goes all out, goes for the win.
He's at 11.
Yeah.
So how much can Mello crack back for next turn?
He's actually at 10 because the
5,
Tar's going to do
6,
one more.
7.
Tar's going to do one more, so
yeah,
that's
you're
7,
right.
8.
8,
Yeah.
9, 10. Yeah, Mello could kill him with one swing.
Flying, trample, and 5/5 bodies.
It's true. Mello, Budde sort of needs. He'd really need 2 blockers if he wants to send both guys in.
Yeah.
He must have 2 blockers. Because 1 blocker can get removed by the Tar.
Yep.
Mello 1, Budde 11.
Yeah, Budde doesn't have any damage. He's got to play some blockers here.
Oh, Pollen Remedy
Pollen
does it
Remedy?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, Pollen Remedy will do it.
Doesn't that save him? Oh, yeah.
He can kick it and prevent,
sure,
what, 6?
Mello 1, Budde 10.
Mello sees it. He knows he's got 10 points of damage, but he knows his buddy's a little smarter than just to let his opponent come over for the win. Could be the greatest bluff of all time. It's not going to work, though. Mello's got no reason not to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mello's gotta just see what happens, right?
I would think so,
He can swing for 4, 5, 6, 7, pump to 8, pump to 9, pump to 10, and then cross his fingers and hope Budde's got nothing in his hand. I mean, what else can he do, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's the only option. I mean, who knows what he's got in his hand, but...
It's hard to imagine cards in his hand that would help a lot, right?
Yeah. He's doing something.
Some Candy Kicker.
Ah, all right. I guess that's better than pumping the Kavu. Pumping the Caldera Kavu.
Yeah, a little more efficient.
Yeah, it allows him to get in an extra point of damage. But if it's Pollen Remedy, it's over.
Yeah.
All right, who's going to win?
is.
Does Budde have the answer? Yep, there's Pollen Remedy. So Kai Budde is going to take a 1-0 lead.
Looks like it, yep. And Pat's just checking it out, make sure he's actually lost here, because he has.
Yep, there it is. Kai Budde takes a 1-0 lead in this best 3 out of 5 matchup. Welcome back to the semifinals of Pro Tour Barcelona. I'm Randy Buehler. I'm here with Worth Walpert, and we're ready for Game 2 between Pat Mello on the left of your screen and Kai Budde on the right. Mello had to take a mulligan. His first hand had a bunch of land, had 5 land and 2 mediocre spells. So he's at 6 cards, but this one's a keeper, and they're off. Budde leads 1-0, trying to win his 8th consecutive top 8 match. By far the longest streak in the history of the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else ever had 5, right?
He's a machine.
It's incredible what he's been able to accomplish. Trying to become the first player to ever win 3 different Pro Tours. Trying to become the first player ever to win Player of the Year twice. The German juggernaut is a machine. He's...
Oh, boy.
Oh,
boo.
Mello tried to enchant.
Let him have it. Oh, boy, that'd have been great. Anyway.
So Rogue Kavu only comes over for 3.
Yeah.
Not 6. 6 on turn 2.
6-2.
You can tell these guys are pretty friendly. They laughing at each other, talking in German. Kai Budde, also the only player to ever make top 8 on all 3 continents where we've had Pro Tours.
Look at this draw by Mello. Everything's...
Jeez. Since the Tower Drake. Yeah, 6 cards, but it's worked out just fine. Update on the other match, by the way. Dan Clegg has defeated Alan Comer in Game 1.
Yeah.
He used a route to sweep Comer's board.
Voice of all. Definitely.
There you go. Protection from red. Voice of all.
Mello's going to see that thing in his nightmares tonight, I think.
Yeah, I like Mello's deck. I agree with you. But in this matchup, Budde has so much protection from red against a mostly red, black-red deck. Yeah, there's another blocker potentially. That's also a source of green mana. Dergaz is attended. I watched him sacrifice it to play Nishoba in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, he was giggling the whole time he did it too.
Yeah, only 1 card in Mello's deck. Did Mello sideboard anything in that could deal with
I was looking, yeah.
Nishoba?
Defiling Tears is the only thing that can even touch a pro-red creature. And it doesn't even...
Does not touch any of the ones that are relevant.
Doesn't help.
Oh, he can singe one of his own creatures and make it black.
Yeah, well, Singe is already gone, but yeah, in theory he could do that. Defiling Tears, I think, makes it black.
Does that make a creature black? Yeah, it makes it black and gives it regeneration, right?
Yeah, that probably would have been a good board, actually.
Been a lot of Germans in the top 8 recently. The Germans have been doing very well. Germans and the Austrians. Oh,
So
Budde's starting to go beat down with that voice of all.
Mello actually has 2 Singes in the board.
14.
We saw one of them. I don't know. Maybe he put the other one in. Who knows?
Oh, interesting. Budde serves with the Angel and didn't play any other creatures. I thought he might have the Nishoba or the other voice. Just the Dergaz's attendant back on defense.
Seems like he's got Repulse or Pollen Remedy or something.
Sure.
Ready for the... Yeah, so apparently... Okay, apparently Mello did board in the extra Singe.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Germany, number 2 on the all-time list of Pro Tour top 8s. Second best country for Magic players in the history of the game now.
Booting Canada from the number 3 spot.
Booting Canada.
It's interesting to see if Mello tries to go for the out of the way, and what would that be? 7? 6.
Yeah, the Canadians were really good back in the day. We were talking about friends playing each other in the finals. It also happened on the Junior Pro Tour once when Paul McCabe and Terry Borer squared off for the Columbus title. Roomed together, built their decks together, and then played off for the title. So yeah, that was Toronto used to be one of the centers of Magic. Now Cologne. Cologne, Germany. Or is it Hamburg? Oh, I guess they've moved from Cologne to the University of Hamburg over the years. It's weird to watch Magic players grow up.
Och nee, niet weg, man.
Might be time to bring Dirk Babarowski out of retirement.
Is he retired?
I believe so. I believe so. Well, Mello has adopted your plan. Terminate the attendant.
Oh, well, terminate is...
That allows him to swing for 3, 6, 7.
Terminate gets around Pollen Remedy, too, there.
True. Yeah, a lot of his removals banishing types. It's just red, red-black banishings. Emissary, terminate.
Yep. This is going to sting. Unless there's a repulse waiting in the wings, who knows? Maybe he would have saved his own guy, I don't know.
Would he? I don't know.
Stapel.
Yeah, it seems like he'd repulse your own guy. All right, Mello does indeed.
Oh, nee, ik ga niet goed.
Yep.
Ik bedoel, niet strain.
Restrain.
Restrain. So Budde draws a card and stops 3 of the damage.
Four.
Certainly better than Pollen Remedy there.
Mello
Yep.
18, Budde 10.
1, 2.
Maybe voice on D.
Unless he's got something else, but he didn't have any creatures last turn, so.
It's really important that, I mean, who knows what's in Budde's hand, but could be Nishoba.
16.
Wow, voice stays on offense.
Mello 16,
If
Budde
that-
10.
If that attendant goes out there, if the attendant stays around that, oh boy.
Ooh, Hunting Drake.
Und
Update on the other semifinal match. Alan Comer has one of his fatties in play, has Molimo, and Clegg's trying to race it with Silver Drake, but
I wonder which
not
one's bigger.
that's not a race Silver
Mello
Drake's going to win
16,
very
Budde
often.
6.
Clegg has a bunch of answers for Molimo in his deck, 3 hobbles in a route, but doesn't look like he has any ready.
I wonder if Voice of All may actually stay back a turn now.
Und
Yeah. Guy's had enough. You have Annihilate here?
This is a really good draw for a mulligan from Pat Mello.
Yeah, let's cap it off with an Annihilate. That'd be pretty good.
No, replays the Caldera Kavu that got hunted. Yeah, he's building up a decent swarm. He may be able to afford to lose a creature to the voice.
Yeah.
I mean, he risks losing to Pollen Remedy again, but Budde seems to just have a bunch of land, no
Yeah, so
creatures.
if he swings all out, Kai probably blocks the aggressor. Does he block the aggressor? Yeah.
Or the
it's
Caldera.
4.
I would think aggressor.
Yeah.
Force him to spend the mana to get damage in.
Yep.
Yep, blocks the aggressor, but that's what? 1, 2, 3,
Minimum 4.
He can go for the throat. I mean, if he pumps 2, he can go for the throat. This time, Budde doesn't have the lethal counterattack that he had in game 1.
Yeah.
I think you tap out, right?
Be interesting to
You
know.
make
If,
Budde show you the Pollen Remedy or the Repulse? Comer is having a little kid game on the other table. Not only does he have Molimo in play, not only does he have Quiron Trailblazer pumping up his Molimo, but Fertiloth just came down with a couple of Saproling buddies.
Kind of effective from him.
He did see Clegg's route in game 1. He knows it's there.
look at Buddha's face here.
Yeah, Budde does not look real happy right here.
Yeah, but
Mello's
is
studying
is
the
he
board.
bluffing?
He's frowning.
Look at him. He's
clearly frowning.
He's bluffing.
You think?
Yeah. I bet he's got something.
Well, there's the Pollen Remedy. I think he's actually he's disappointed that Mello chose not to pump.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, Pat said, "I'm not going to tap out.
Damage, right?
I'm not going to spend all my mana just to try to go for the throat when Pollen Remedy would wreck me." Wants to keep his mana untapped so that he can play Rage Weaver.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Could have pumped once. Does that mean he's got Terminate in his hand?
Maybe, yeah.
Why
it
wouldn't he
almost
pump once?
It almost has to mean he has Terminate in his hand. In they come again, I would imagine.
Sure. Let the voice pick off a creature a turn. Maybe you do go for the... Well, this time voice probably blocks Caldera Kavu.
I don't mean depends what's in his hand. Either that or...
He's almost got to. It's the biggest creature. I mean...
No, I mean, yeah.
he
if
wants
he-
rid of the Rage Weaver. Does that mean he's got another answer?
either that or he's bluffing again. I mean,
Well, it wasn't a bluff last time. He had the Pollen Remedy. The frown that we saw was after Mello said no pumps.
oh, yeah.
Budde was disappointed that Mello didn't pump. Mello studies the board. How many times do I pump? 2 pumps would be 6 points of damage, right?
Yep.
Yep, that is.
He just pumped once. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Mello 16, Budde 1.
Put Budde to 1, but did not try to kill him.
Sure.
Interesting. What's his man? What's he got? 4 mana for?
Yeah.
He's worried about repulse.
Yeah.
Nah, Budde just scoops. All right. And Pat Mello ties the match, 1 game apiece. Welcome back to the semifinals of Pro Tour Barcelona. I'm Randy Buehler. I'm here with Worth Walpert, and we're looking in on Game 4 of the German battle. Pat Mello trails Kai Budde 1-2, and Budde has Sabertooth Nishoba on the table.
He's a big man.
That is a big man, and Mello's only answer to it is Annihilate, and he had to annihilate a Hunting Drake in an effort to get some beatdown going on. It's 14-14 on the life totals, but
Budde in full Budde mode.
there goes Budde into the red zone.
I'm on 14 as well.
14.
Nishoba into the red zone. I'm not sure what Mello can do about this.
Is that a big Lancer?
Nah, it's a
Just
small
a
Lancer.
small
It's just
Lancer?
2-2. So yeah, Kai Budde into the red zone with Nishoba, trying to advance. He's made 3 Pro Tour top 8s. He's trying to advance to the finals.
This is 8-0.
insane.
8-0.
How the,
Good grief.
8-0 is just mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. This would also give him a cushion in the Player of the Year race just by making the finals. I believe he's up 2 points in the Player of the Year race if he were to lose here. Yeah, so Mello trades Caldera Kabu for Banalish Lancer. It's about all he can do. And now the Aggressor and Sabertooth Nishoba is not a close race.
No, no kidding.
Mello down to 9.
Yeah, that whole thing earlier I said about Patrick's deck being a little better, I take it all back. Kai draws the pro red guys every game.
He has 3 of them, of course he does.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
That helps. That's 6 points. Still doesn't win him the race. He needs black creatures to chump with, right?
Keep hope alive here.
Oh, and Nishoba tramples. What's he supposed to do?
Stop playing spells.
Oh,
my God. And Patrick just says, stop playing spells.
11.
Go ahead. And we got Kai down to 11. Crunch.
Mello 4.
Mello down to 4.
4.
Oh, another spell.
Yep.
And a good one.
Mello 4, Budde
Yeah,
at
that'll
11.
that can tap any potential black blocker. With enough toughness, so the trample isn't good enough. Wow, yeah. Kai Budde seems to have all the answers. Just does not lose on Sunday. Not that he loses a lot on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, you can't lose a heck of a lot on Friday and Saturday. You
His
won't beat
Thursday
him.
record's not all that good.
Yeah.
Mello just shakes his head.
Karten, 3.
Schon gezwungen, oder?
Yeah.
Yeah, Budde was the last undefeated player in this Pro Tour. Actually got to 10-0-1.
Up to 10 cards in my library can save me now. Like, but I
Das glaube ich, das ist
definitely
Kai-
have to draw 1 out of these.
Kai was cutting it awfully close though.
Yeah, he lost his first 2 rounds at the last table. Had to win the last round to make this top 8.
He just...
Mello explained he believes 10 cards in his library can save him. I'm not sure what those 10 cards would be, to be honest.
Lia drauf, oder?
No German allowed. I can't understand you guys.
Wegen Tepper und Nishoba.
I understood Nishoba.
I understood Nishoba too.
Yeah. I guess the German word for Nishoba is Nishoba. Who knew?
I'm at 4, you're at
11.
yeah.
11, sorry. Yeah.
Budde just kind of sits back, tapping his fingers, nervous, excited, going to the finals, right? Backlash the Trapper.
I'm at 11, right?
Right?
Budde checks his life total, says, all right, so I take 1 from that. That puts me at 10. These guys come over and put him at 4.
4.
4.
Kai looks a little nervous now.
Yeah, that... Nope. He needed to land. That won't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, and he had prohibit anyway. So Kai Budde is going to the finals. Kai Budde defeats Patrick Mello 3-1, advances to the finals, where he'll be trying to win his 3rd Pro Tour.
Wow.
We're going to move our cameras over to the other table and find out if he's going to take on Alan Comer or Dan Clegg.